Hi, everybody, coming to you at 4:47, turning into a rock and roll afternoon. My forecast for today, not the greatest. Um, and real quick, here's why, and I'll get into the storms that are in the area. But, you know, we had rain this morning around Eugene up into Albany. I thought those clouds would continue to hold together, push up to the north. Portland would not get the amount of sun that we've had. The cloudier skies would have kept our temperatures a little bit cooler, would have also kept the stability a little bit stronger, but instead, sunshine, temperatures shooting up to 65, 66 degrees, instability building, and now we have thunderstorms popping, not just developing over the mountains, but popping in the North Metro and up into Southwest Washington. Again, coming up on 5 o'clock, dark storm clouds from the live camera at Camas Mills Golf Course, rain over downtown Portland, and some strong thunderstorms that have passed just southeast of the Rose City. So here's the radar just a few moments ago. See the bright red colors? That's thunderstorm activity dropping just south of downtown. Everything developing up here in Columbia County, and then north of the Columbia River, Southwest Washington, and then pushing down to the southwest. National Weather Service believing these storms, according to radar, 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts, pea-size hail, potentially heavy rain, and of course lightning with these storms as well. So that's going to be the main threat, it looks like, between now and at least 7 or 8 o'clock this evening. Again, what's going on? Upper level low, this is the one that was offshore, has come in and run around the California-Oregon border, continuing to move east, right now moving toward Burns. Most of the just crazy widespread activity today, it's been going on all day. Showers and thunderstorms in central and eastern Oregon. And you can tell by the satellite picture visible that everything's much more active near and east of the Cascades. But as this storm continues to push farther off to the east, we're getting on the outer periphery, the secondary development area of storms up here that I just mentioned. And this is the activity that's going to continue to pop, perhaps through 7 or 8 o'clock this evening, and then drop down into us. Courtesy of KGW TV, this is their Futurecast model for 6 o'clock this evening. Now, this model did not predict the storms or show them that have been developing as early as 4 o'clock this afternoon. But what it is showing correctly is thunderstorm activity between Longview and Portland developing at 6 o'clock tonight, and all this action dropping down to the southeast. So it has correctly shown the pattern, and with that, we'll continue to look for some more storms in the coming hours. Once the storm or rain chance ends, which it will later this evening and then overnight tonight, we will quickly go dry, and it's looking incredibly likely the high-pressure ridging will take place over the weekend, and that we will, in fact, see the first 90-degree temperatures of the year for Portland. 2 Fridays ago, Salem hit 91, but so far, Portland has not been warmer than 88. So the ridge starts to build on Thursday with east winds starting to build in. This is Friday with the ridge getting stronger. Shows a 579 contour ridge over the Pacific Northwest. Here's that same ridge at full strength on Sunday. The maps have not changed from 24 hours ago. The weather models still show the center of the upper level low over Canada. This is 591 height. That's very strong, like July, August type ridging over our area. And with an east wind, 90 degrees, a slam dunk, both Saturday and Sunday. And maybe we get up to 95, 96, which would shatter the record for the dates this weekend. And with that said, I showed you this yesterday too, and this has not changed. 20-degree temperatures Celsius at 5,000 feet. That equals anywhere between 90 and 100 degrees if you have an east wind flow. So in other words, the lower end of this, 90, 92, looks to be a slam dunk. And then we'll see how far up into the 90s we go. Here's my forecast right now. 78 on Thursday, which would be a really great day. Lots of sunshine. Friday, you start to feel this warming up, 85. The record's 87. Saturday, 92. That would tie the record. Sunday, 92 would break the current record of 91 for the date. But remember, as a forecaster, I've picked numbers that I don't think I will have to lower. And as early as tomorrow, you may see me start to lift these numbers even higher. I really think low 90s is a slam dunk, and record temperatures for this weekend is a slam dunk. East winds, especially on Saturday, and still potentially on Sunday. So what happens after the weekend? Well, the majority of models are now keeping us mainly dry, except for a scattered storm threat, and quite warm in through much of next week. So this is Wednesday of next week, so a week from this Wednesday. Notice the red arrow. We still have ridging taking place. Not nearly as strong as what I just showed you for the weekend, but this would still produce high temperatures up into the 80s and feel very summer-like indeed with the jet stream well to our north. Now, notice that there's some troughing. We're kind of getting on the back edge of the ridge, and the forecast models differ on exactly the placement of this. So once we get, I don't know, into Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, I'm going to be eyeing the potential of getting into some thunderstorms. But for right now, the bigger story is dry most hours, and maybe while not in the 90s, still in the 80s, still pretty gosh darn warm. Look at the cold low over the Hudson Bay. That's a 525 low. That's winter type stuff. Well, maybe not winter type stuff because they can get a lot colder, but that's pretty gosh darn chilly for the month of May. No doubt about that. All right, 7-day forecast numbers. Here we go. We're watching that storm threat, primarily some small hail to pea-sized hail with some gusty winds, 30 to maybe 40 miles per hour. Heavy rain, downpours, some lightning through at least 7 or 8 o'clock this evening. Could be some cloudiness around in the morning hours of tomorrow, but otherwise we become partly cloudy to maybe mostly sunny in the afternoon. A really comfortable day. I've got us at 66 degrees. And if anything, maybe that turns out to be 67, 68, but I think we'll stay in the 60s. And then Wednesday up into the 70s, plenty of sun. Upper 70s Thursday. I'm looking at my notes. Maybe 80 degrees, certainly up into the 80s on Friday, as I mentioned. And then here comes the weekend, at least 92 or better. I've got for now, I'm just throwing out that I'm watching several things that could come together for a thunderstorm chance as soon as Monday afternoon. But that may not happen. The bigger story, the bigger confidence is that we will continue to see temperatures in the 80s. Okay. Well, don't forget to check your favorite weather app. Mine's portlandweather.com. I do have radar on my homepage. If you're going to be going out and about this evening, remember that storm chance is very real through at least 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. So you don't want to mess with that. Thanks for subscribing to my site. I hope you tell your friends about it. And just check back every day between now and the weekend. I'll be updating just how hot it will be. And tomorrow's the first day that if the weather models don't change, I'll probably start upping those temperatures as I mentioned. For now, I'll wish you a pleasant Monday evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.